Beautiful people of the internet. This is one Antonio Augusto, my boy Aaron Rhodes in the background. Yo, Life Rants is back.
We
We,
here.
we we took some time. We took some time. Life got in the way.
That's it.
Work life got in the way. The
Yep.
holidays got in the way. But actually, surprisingly, we have a lot to talk about. But first and foremost, the new slogan is heal your inner child, heal your inner child,
Okay.
and so, support your local comic store or support your local toy store. Or if you're like me and you don't really like going nowhere, you click on the store that makes you happy. Brother Aaron, tell him how you doing, sir. How you doing? How you doing?
I am doing quite well. I am out here. Read a lot of comics today, so I am feeling good. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's winter, and that's my favorite season. So we doing it. My favorite holiday just passed. You know,
Winter is coming.
right? My favorite holiday just passed. Everybody got around had a good dinner and did all that. But that's not what I mean. I mean the great next day of Black Friday where we get great
Oh, we'll talk about
sales
that.
and we go out. That's my
We'll talk about
it,
that.
we
Yes.
it was a nice day. I didn't get to do that much. I couldn't find that much to on this year, but yeah, that's my favorite holiday of everything. And everybody's so crazy when I say Christmas. They're like, "Is Christmas your favorite holiday?" No. Thanksgiving, you get to see your family. That's cool, but nah, it's Black Friday. That's the day. And I'm a salesman. I'm a family of I'm a family of descendant of bargain hunters, and one thing we love is a bargain. And if it's on sale,
Man.
we probably gonna buy it. We probably don't need it, but we gonna buy it just because it's on sale, and that's okay. That's our true our tried and true saying there. But it'll be used eventually.
I
But
will tell you.
hmm
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
oh
I'm
no, no, no,
sorry. Go
you
ahead. No,
good, you
no.
good.
I will tell you. Thanksgiving was amazing. My wife
Good.
made an amazing feast.
Hmm.
Turkey, ham, green bean casserole, stuffing, corn souffle. I was just sitting there like a fat rat, like, but then I had the genius idea of going out on Black Friday. Now I used to go, like, I miss Black Friday. I used to go out with my family, get a
Hmm.
good deal. I gotta be honest, in the stores, there wasn't really good deals.
Yeah, right.
There wasn't really good deals,
That made me a
but
panda.
at Amazon, sweet loving
Talk
Amazon,
about it.
um, I got a diorama for pretty good price.
Mm,
I got a I got a giant tiger figure. Matter of fact, I'll show you. I'll grab it for you in a
I
minute.
got you.
I got a giant tiger figure. I got Apocalypse finally. I
Oh,
got the giant
okay.
apocalypse. Yeah, I got the giant apocalypse finally. And then what else did I get? Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
I love that the
Yeah,
thumbs up
but
always does that when you say something like worth a thumbs up, and I'm like, okay, it
yeah.
just gets
All
it.
right,
You get-
bro.
Right,
Yeah, bro.
it gets us.
Yeah. But what else did I get? No, no, no. Oh, and then I got a Peter Parker figure from. Oh, I got the Spider-Man figure from No Way Home, his final suit. That's like the last 2 minutes of the movie where he's in the blue suit. I got
Hmm.
that figure. That's on his way here.
Okay, nice,
And
nice.
then I got a cape for my Black Batman action figure
Okay.
for Nighthawk. I got a cape, and that was pretty cool. But in the stores, not there was no Black Friday in the stores. There was literally like someone exposed it on TikTok. It was literally the same process, the same prices as it was on TikTok, which I thought was like hysterically, which was funny. But it is what it is, man. I mean, I remember going to Black Fridays and throwing bows with your family.
Yeah,
I'd be up in there like with my mom,
those are the
Macho Man,
memories.
Randy Savage, somebody.
Yep.
You can't do that now as an adult.
What?
I,
I mean, you
I got a
can,
bad back.
but
I'm
you
no,
gotta be you gotta train up
no,
for it. You can't just this is
no,
gonna be kinda
because
hard.
with our luck, somebody will end up calling the cops for sure.
Look,
And
not the way I
just
do it.
can you
You gotta
imagine?
stick and move.
Can you imagine just picking somebody up and with TikTok and IG the way it is, all you see is somebody suplexing some poor girl
Right.
on the
Um,
ground for TV?
that's it.
And now I'm thinking about it. And now I'm thinking about it. I kind of want to see that.
Kinda
I
do.
kind of want to watch old school Black Friday videos where people be
What?
fighting for a toaster.
Rushing
God,
through.
I want that toaster for
Look here. When
$5.
I tell you,
Boom.
that's it. When I tell you Black Friday, my mom, my grandma, my cousins, we used to wake up at 5 in the morning, wait at the line at Walmart, getting ready
Yes.
to go in the cold, like after we done had a whole dinner yesterday. And we went out
Hmm.
there and we shopped. Like, and look here, being actively told, make sure nobody get to the cart. You get move whoever you need to out the way, and we did.
Yes.
And look, and we got what we needed to get, and some other things that we didn't need, but it was on sale, so we was gonna get it because you don't know when it's gonna be this price again.
Yeah. And then
Those are bonding
like with
moments.
so what I know, man. So my mom would do this. She would get all the shopping for all the Christmas gifts early, right?
Hmm.
But she always made sure that she had just enough to go, hey, you want to go to Toys R Us and get you a couple toys
Right.
before, dealing with this shit with me? And I just slide in, grab me a couple toys. Then we just go home. And I would literally be dead to the world.
What?
Be passed out.
Hmm.
Like, did you put Aunt toys? Like, yeah, he's dead sleepy. That boy's not waking
Look,
up.
look. When I tell you, I used to be up, like, as soon as I used to be one of the first people up to do it,
5
like
a.m.
yeah, what?
5 a.m.
I'm waking
Hop
everybody up
on that
like,
hop
"Let's
on
go."
that bus to go to Kmart because
Mhm.
that was the jam. Go to
Yeah,
Metro
Kmart used to be a
Mall.
thing
Go to
for real, yeah, I forget
yes, man.
sometimes,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Go to Kmart and start. My mom start. Mira, Antonio, grab the toaster. I'm like,
Mm.
okay. Freaking out. Oh man.
Oh, look, I used to those and you never realize and, like, you never realize then, like, those are moments that you will never forget, and those are memorable
Yes.
moments, like, I will love it, and if I'm ever fortunate to have kids, I will t also take my children Black Friday shopping, and we will also embrace the holidays, because 'tis
So
the season,
funny
baby.
enough, man. So so funny enough, like we went to like so by me, I
Mm,
live by Grapevine, so we go to Grapevine Outlet Mall, and it was just packed. But like the stores we like going to, people went in, but there was no good sales. And honestly, anything I wanted that I might have wanted,
yeah,
I kind of she got it for me during the year, so it's kind of like, eh,
right,
yeah, like there's nothing, maybe one or two things, but then I go, eh, do I really want this? That's
right.
like I don't, dog. The kind of this the seal the what sealed the deal for me was going in the GameStop.
Ooh, yeah,
GameStop surprisingly didn't have anything I wanted. Nothing.
mm, oh, yeah, that's something.
Nothing. And that's bad. And I know these things. And here's the thing. I know they got product. I can't say why they got product,
Mhm.
but I know they got product.
Right.
But it's just
I ain't gonna hold you. There's some things I just saw on games. I'm like, oh, I think I need this, but I don't have a PlayStation, and that's the rub of it all. And I hate that for
I don't
myself but
I don't want to get.
I'm an
Oh,
X-Men
go ahead,
man
go ahead, go
through and
ahead.
through. My bad. No, no, you good. I'm an X-Men man through and through. X-Men man. Oh Lord, Xbox man through and through.
I know what you mean. I
But
know what.
yeah,
Xbox. Okay.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. But like I also do want PlayStation just because of that. Like I used to want it just because of Kingdom Hearts and because Kingdom Hearts was my shit. I used to always love
Listen,
look
simple and clean was my jump off.
what
Somewhere it's simple and clean, that's what I need tonight. It's all
it, it
the
used to be the thing.
home. Listen. I turn 42 next year, but I be on the train listening to that. Like, hold me, whatever.
What is that from? Kingdom Hearts?
That's from Kingdom Hearts. So that's from the trailer.
Oh my God! Why do I know what you're talking about now? Oh my God! Yeah.
Yeah, that's from the trailer. I'm like, yo, this is the jump off. I'm
Oh my
like,
God!
hold me.
gonna be a real one
I'd
to
be
make
all
that a show.
cried. Oh man,
I
yeah,
It'll be
no,
trash, and I'll still
no.
watch the absolute hell out of it. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Sadly, no. Like there's a couple shows I want to watch. So, which kind of leads into my first rant. My
Hmm.
first rant of the day because we really missed you guys, and this will probably be a giant size episode. So get ready. So first rant. I've been watching Game of Thrones with the
Hmm.
misses. With the misses.
What season are you
Now,
on?
if you've listened to, we're almost done. Well, like, I think we
Oh,
got
oh,
maybe, we got 2 episodes left. We just watched the battle of the what's it called? What's the episode called? It's basically the giant battle of all the zombies attacking Winterfell.
oh. Okay, so you're at the good stuff before. Okay, before the before
Yeah, yeah,
times. Okay.
yeah. So we're at the end because I think she said to me it's like 2 episodes left.
Oh,
Listen,
okay.
Game of Thrones is not perfect, but it is a damn good show.
That part.
I watched Big Love this year.
Mhm.
It's a damn good show.
You love some
That's the
damn
show
big
about the
love.
polygamy. Listen, listen, it was good. It was good. Okay,
Look,
Sopranos. It's a damn good show through all the way through.
I'm not gonna hold
I
you.
mean,
Never
yeah,
seen it.
people get whacked. Uh, I'll be honest with you. Like it's right in my wheelhouse because I'm from that area.
Okay, okay.
You may have trouble with it because for the time there wasn't really Italians wasn't really appreciative of black people like
Yeah,
that.
look,
It just wasn't.
look. I
Just
like
I do want to set you up, but I also do feel like someone's gonna try to come after Sopranos
Oh
eventually,
no, yeah, I get that. Like, cause I
and
definitely
I
understand that.
and my pushback is gonna be very simple. Y'all need to shut the fuck up and let
Agreed.
things be. Because if you attack Sopranos, you need to attack Friends too. Because there was no black people on that show,
Right.
none.
Yeah,
So
I I
I'm
definitely
talking
agree
to
with
Gen
that.
Z now.
Yeah.
I'm talking to Gen Z now. If you're gonna attack Sopranos, attack Friends too.
Right.
Because Ross is a bitch, straight up.
Like, and that's
My wife knows how I feel about Friends. So, and I've watched it all the way through. We watched it together all the way through, and she knows that I've said it to her a million times. Ross is a bitch. Which speaking of Matthew Perry, rest in peace.
rest in peace. Haven't I've only seen probably a handful of episodes, and by a handful I probably just mean two or three. But I
Okay,
understand the
I will
impact that
tell
that
you.
show has in like
I will tell you. You should watch it all the way through.
I okay, one day, yeah, when there's
No,
nothing
no, no, no,
to
no,
watch,
no,
I'll
no,
probably do that.
no. If
Um,
not this year, maybe next year. Watch it all the way through.
okay, I don't know. I mean, I've seen Living Single, so I mean, I get it. It's just, but black, but white,
Is
right?
Living Single on? I don't
Like
want to say that because it's 2 different shows. Like Living Single,
it
maybe
is, but it's the
it's
same
2 different shows. The same. Okay, the same. So what's it called?
premise. Yeah. Hmm.
Premise. Yeah, the same premise, but entirely 2 different shows.
Yeah, I like exact same permit. Like the guys live with the guys, the girls live with the girls. They meet up. They're all
Hmm.
friends. They do crazy little shenanigans, and they also some date each other within the group, and they also get be friends and date each other. It's a
Yeah,
never ending
because I
circle.
remember Kyle. Who's the girl?
Kyle and
Uh,
Max,
yes,
Maxine, yeah,
Kyle Max. Because
I love me some
I just saw
Maxine.
a clip. I just saw a clip to that today. She's like, when she's telling him, why do I treat you like that? That's a good question. Um, you know what? We're done. Kaputski. Goodbye.
I
We're
love couples,
finito.
yes.
I'm done.
Hmm.
Ta ta, motherfucker. Ta
And
ta.
what was his name? Obi and
Obi
And not
and
Khadijah. That's gonna annoy me, and I can't forget. And that, she was one of my favorites too, and that's gonna annoy the hell out of me.
I know you were talking about. It's not. It's not. Is it Sinclair?
Sinclair, that's it. That,
Yes. Yeah.
oh,
Sinclair. Yeah.
thank
Yeah.
you. That was
Yeah. It's
gonna
Sinclair.
hit my soul, and that was gonna irritate me, and I was gonna be so ashamed. I
Yeah,
didn't
because
know.
there's Khadijah. That was
Mhm.
Queen Latifah's
Yep.
character.
Regine, the smart bougie
Max,
one.
Regine. Okay,
Mhm.
that yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and then yeah. Okay,
Max. Yep.
so those are the main six.
Overton.
Overton,
Ovi.
Obi, how you doing? Obi, how you doing? Oh, Obi. Yeah, girl, come upstairs and come. I'll
I,
make you some
I
pancakes.
love them. They should have been more
When
famous. They should have
tomorrow?
been. They should have been way more famous than that, than they were, and I hate that for them.
But you know what it is, man. These like our black shows, with the
Yeah.
exception of Fresh Prince,
Mhm.
these shows were not marketed well.
Right.
They just wasn't.
Right. And yeah, just
So
for everybody know, Living Single came out before Friends. That's all I'm gonna say.
did it really?
Yep.
It did. Yeah, you're
Absolutely.
right. You're right. It did because I think Living Single only got maybe 2, 3
It
seasons.
came out like a year before. I think it got a little bit more. I think it got a little bit more than that actually.
But you know what? Fox doesn't, and Fox is notorious for this.
Oh, wow.
They don't promote their shows.
At
They
all.
really don't.
Especially back then, they didn't
Okay,
promote
so
what
my
they should
point.
have.
So my point.
My bad.
So
Yeah.
yeah, my point. No, it's fine. It was a great segue or a great sidetrack. But like I said, I've been watching Game of Thrones,
Hmm.
Marvel, because I'm looking at Marvel directly. When you guys outright admitted that y'all been screwing up your characters, I need y'all to fix the problems that you having. And not to mention, I literally saw an article today where can't, oh, okay. I literally saw an article today where Bob Iger basically admitted that we're gonna put over quantity over quality. And I'm like,
Ugh,
are you for real?
yikes.
You for real? So you've been giving all those crappy ass movies for nothing because you try to like churn them out like butter. That's what we're doing now, dude. You know what? I don't care how people feel about the MCU. Give people a good story.
Hmm.
Word of mouth would put asses in
Yeah.
seats. Period. The
Yeah.
fact that I'm seeing so many movies going back to the drawing board because y'all on some weird I don't want to even know what to call it. On some weird everything has to have like a meaning, a name,
Right.
some type of whatever. But just it's literally comic books.
Yeah.
Just take it from the comic book and adapt it.
Look
It's not
right there.
fucking hard.
Calling blue in the
It's
face. I'll
not
say it.
hard.
Right.
It's not hard.
Hmm.
Like the Flash, same thing. I know, like I won't. I guess I should watch it at some point because I do want the action figure. But the
Oh.
Flash is not hard. Not to mention,
Yeah.
you had a guy, Grant Gustin, for 10 years. Was the fucking Flash,
Yeah. I don't know why they
and
don't
you
respect
brought
him.
on this child molester to be the world's greatest speedster?
Alleged.
Are you for real? For real? Like, what are we doing? I've been holding on this for weeks. For weeks. What are we doing? And by the way, CW. I don't ever want anybody from TV getting their hands on DC characters again. Ever. I just don't. I need if you're gonna tell a story about Arrow, Flash, Green Lantern, Superman, whatever, tell a goddamn good story. Period. And since I'm on the subject, seem to forget why we go to the movies. We go to the movies to escape life, reality, or whatever's going on. Perfect. They're talking. I haven't seen the Marvels yet. From what I've seen, it looks good. I mean, yeah, some of it can be. You're on mute, bro.
You haven't seen it yet? I was voicing it because I didn't want to interrupt you, but you haven't seen it yet?
No, that's fine. No. But you know what it? You know why? You know what it is.
Hmm.
I want to see it, and my wife was down. But the reality is, we want to just wait for Disney Plus.
Stop say no. Go see it.
This is the problem with
It's
Disney
gonna be
Plus.
months until it
I
comes
know.
on there.
I know. I guarantee you 2 months.
2 months. That's 2 months. 2 months. Too long.
That no. I'm guarantee you by the
Oh, it
end.
probably
No, yeah,
definitely will.
by the end of the year for sure.
Oh no. maybe by the end of maybe by like literally the end of the year. Like, and that's
Yeah.
being generous. Well,
But
I
that's
don't
the
know because it just
thing.
came out.
No one wants to see. No. Okay. Here's the problem, and eventually we'll have to get on out of this rant and go to my next one. No one wants to go see movies in a movie theater no more. Nobody. Look,
Yeah.
I used to love going to the problem is I used to love going to the movies as a kid. Like I was a Lethal Weapon,
Hmm.
Die Hard kid. Freaking what was on that for movie? The Last Dragon. I know I'm 10 years older than you, but just I love these movies. And but now times has changed where you can sit and watch the movie on your bed and the
Yeah.
couch, whatever. People they're like you gotta step up with the times. Just try, like okay, let's say the movie's I don't know. Let's say 130 million to shoot the movie. That's paying characters and all that. Just charge $15 for the movie and something to make your money back. Or something, but don't put like social justice, teaching a lesson. Just tell a goddamn good story. That's it, man. That's just really it. Like, listen, they shaming what's the actress name that plays Carol? I can't think of her name right
Brie
now. Oh,
Larson.
Brie Lawson. Brie Lawson. I'm like, are y'all for real? Like, have you not seen Alien?
What is this
Sigourney
shaming her
Weaver.
about?
That just because she's female and she's a lead and she's a white
Oh,
lead,
about the
like
Captain the Marvels thing. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. So she's like, have you guys not Sigourney Weaver, White as Day, was an amazing, damn good lead. And Aliens, no matter how you slice, how you slice it, it's a damn good movie. Scary AF, but she was a damn good lead.
it's getting hard on me.
Listen, I'm sorry. 80s Antonio would be crying like shitting bricks when he
Oh,
saw the alien mother get up in her face like, you know
I'm a
what I'm
McBitch,
saying?
so you ain't gotta tell me. Hmm.
Huh?
I'm a McBitch when it comes
So
to scary
just
movies and anything
just
crazy.
ugh, people stop complaining because one day what's gonna happen is y'all complain too much and they're gonna take it away from you, and then what's gonna happen is um y'all gonna say, oh, what happened to all the movies? Well, y'all complain too much, and now they said we're not gonna make them no more because that's where it's leading. That is exactly where it's leading. So some of y'all really need to shut the fuck up and just enjoy the movie for what it is. Like TikTok, IG, oh, I didn't like this because this, like, yo, shut up. Some of y'all do not need the internet. Give me 30 seconds before I get to my next point. Please take it away. You're on mute, buddy. You're on mute. You muted yourself. Oh, you want me to keep going? Is that what you're saying? Unmute yourself. Because I cannot read
Y-
sign language, my good friend.
I was saying give me a minute because yeah, stop the
What happened?
because they my hold on.
Do 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 do
All right, let's
do
go.
do do do. What happened?
No, nothing. That's my mom, my aunt.
Oh, okay, okay. You good? You good?
Let's go.
Okay. My second thought. Second thought of the day. And this is related to toy life.
Hmm.
Some of y'all act like a bunch of viejas. Like y'all act real feminine. Like there's been no men in your life. And I'm saying it in such a way so y'all hear me slowly. And Aaron, feel free to jump in here at any time. Just say it so slowly where it's like you attack a YouTuber for having an opinion about something you don't like, and you suddenly say his name or don't say his name, and you think that he's talking about you, but he's not, where he's repeatedly said he's talking about someone else, and you keep attacking person and just keep going and going and going and going and going. And at some point, if I saw, like, if I'm that person and you're already giving me the look, so feel free to jump in.
Oh no, I don't know what you're
At
talking
some
about.
Oh, I'll get to my point.
Go
At
ahead.
some point, that I should probably punch you in the mouth for running your mouth. I just okay. So to kind of tie it in a bow, it's a he said she said situation. Basically, a YouTuber's talking about one YouTuber, but the YouTuber's talking about somebody else, and said YouTuber is not even thinking about this kid, but keeps running his mouth. Because let's be honest, if we were in the street, I would probably want to punch you in the mouth. Some of y'all forget what and this is my generation. Some of y'all forget what it's like to be punched in the mouth for running your mouth. It's all fun and games. What was the quote from Mike Tyson? It's all fun and game. It's all you have a plan until you get punched in the mouth. Then not so much. You want to jump in now?
Um, I have no. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much what you said. No, don't talk about it if you don't know about it. It's we're all at the end of the day, y'all. It's no reason to get
Some of
up
y'all,
in odds for something that's not real. I mean, like one thing about me, like I will go there if you come there with me. I'm not even gonna hold you. I try
mm-hmm.
to definitely be above not like trying not to be above ignorant shit on the online, but also if you want that smoke, I can give you that smoke. And like honestly, it just depends on the mood. Sometimes I'm benevolent and I'll be like, you know what? Take the higher road, be the better person. But also somebody come to me crazy, I got that smoke for you, bitch. and like and that's all right. Like and like I like and it's some people you need to also choose your you need to also choose your battles because the person you can say the right thing to the wrong person and they will be ready for you. Like, and that
Okay,
could be a good
so
way or
another
a bad way.
hold that thought. So another thing I want to touch is so basically this kind of stems from how to put this. People liking one action figure company as opposed to the other.
Not over action figures.
I'm not kidding.
Little Tink Tink, what's
I'm
wrong,
not kidding.
baby?
I'm not even kidding. So people like I think I may have said this before. Like people, I won't even say that. Well, I could say it because I don't care. People like this Valaverse company.
Hmm.
It's the figures I showed you, maybe an episode that I wasn't able to put up because of audio,
Hmm.
and like a GI Joe figure.
Oh, okay. I remember. I remember. I remember. Yeah.
You remember?
Mhm.
Yeah, I just think I couldn't get it
Yeah.
uploaded,
Yeah. We kept that was
and
the episode was a bitch. We did that one twice and it still didn't
oh
do it. Oh, I was so
man,
we were
broken.
what and we captured lightning in the bottle twice and it still didn't do it. Oh
No, it breaks
Jesus.
my heart. Breaks my heart.
Right.
So it breaks my heart. But like we still talking about this. You know what? You know what? Here, perfect example. Because I said this when we recorded. Me and Aaron has different views on Cyclops.
Yep, very
So I think Cyclops is a great hero. My podcast host think he's a deadbeat daddy.
definitely.
Nobody,
And is.
no, 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 but we don't fight over it. Not
Right.
everybody is gonna subscribe to your groupthink. Is just listen. We live in a place where we are allowed to have different opinions. But when you attack somebody for said opinion, then I'm sorry, I have to say it this way: it makes you look like a bitch. It really does. Like, what are we doing?
Right.
Like, enough.
Right.
But then, but then, but then, of course, the person or persons in question cry wolf when someone responds back with that fire. So now, like perfect example. Okay, here I even say it. I follow this dude called Articulated Ninja. I subscribe to his what's it called? Um, his Patreon.
Patreon.
Yeah, there we go. That's Patreon. So I subscribe to his Patreon. $5 a month. Great content for toys. But then there's this other dude called Geek Fusion TV who just you can just I can have to. I'm being. This is why I got my New York hat today. You can feel the bitch in dude. You could feel it. Like you ever walk into a room and you could tell the dude was a punk.
Mhm.
That is this dude. That is literally this dude. Like some of y'all fathers didn't give you a hug enough. Like you good? Okay, I'll keep going. Okay, but like you could just tell. So like this Geek Fusion dude has been talking to our ninja for weeks now, and I know I'm not. I know this is not even a story to talk about, but it's been bugging me. Like, how are you gonna keep talking about dude, but when dude responds, ninja, when he responds, don't come running to the hills. He even said, leave him alone. Now I'll leave you alone. But no, you got to get addressed some way. But if we were in the street, I'd probably punch you in the mouth, and you wouldn't say stuff like that.
Mhm.
Like I'm like I we here at Life Rants don't want to promote violence, but at the same time, sometimes violence is a little necessary.
Mhm.
Sometimes, not all the
Right.
time, but sometimes. But um,
Because this one right here, look, I don't like. I don't
I
choose
feel like I would have to pull you off
right?
somebody.
And that's the thing. Like if if I have to beat somebody ass, that let you know that you deserve that. Like I've
Hmm.
never been with somebody to get out of character, to get out of myself. Like someone really has to take me there for me to just like be like, oh, we finna scrap. Like, cause I'll sit there and talk to you like you stupid all day, and like it won't phase me. Like you can sit there and talk to me out your neck, and the more you get angry, that fuels me. That that feeds me. So like I'm just gonna keep standing. I'm gonna keep standing in your face, talking and talk to you real calmly, because that's how you get people real mad, by talking to them calmly while they
Hmm.
sitting there going off on you. But no, you got to really be a special kind of asshole for me to just like come out of myself and be like, nigga, square up. Like, just don't put your hands on me though. Like like as long as you don't put your hands on me, then we cool. Like like I can
I like how we're cussing now.
like it comes
I
out of
don't
me real
care no
quick.
more.
Comes out of me real quick sometimes, and it just I was doing good, and and I was hoping that that my mom and my aunt coming past would have humbled me, but as soon as they left, I just forgot myself, and that's all right. Mhm.
All right. All right. I think my third rant was kind of my second, so it was actually two.
Okay,
So let's talk about some news and get into our review.
okay. I did want to talk about go back to that movie thing, because it is very true that the movie the movie industry has changed, especially with streaming services. Like
Yes.
like it's a whole different ball game, and like certain things don't get the traction that it should, because like we're at a time where things are especially with movies, things are coming out so much faster to go to streaming services so that people can watch it. Because I'm not gonna hold you, like I do enjoy watching a movie. I would rather watch a movie at home than at the movie theater, but also movies are not just about the movie, it's about the experience and the people you go with, because there are moments that I will always remember, like going to the movies. Like I remember when I went to go see Power Rangers the movie, like when it first came out. I
The
remember
first one
no,
with
no, the
Ivan.
no, Avenues one, that one I had on tape. I remember that tape, and I played that
Oh
tape
my
until
God,
it
you saw Turbo.
ran
I'm so sorry.
ragged. Like, look, Ivan Ooze, what? That was my look. That's the best Power Ranger movie ever. I still say Tan Toes on that one, but I ain't gonna hold you. Like the Power Rangers movie, that the recent one, I'm still upset that that one never will never get a sequel, and that was a hate crime.
Oh,
That was a hate crime.
I never watched it. I've never
I almo-
watched it.
whoa, I almost disconnected y'all. Oh,
I, kn-
y'all have no idea how
I,
much I just almost
you
ended
know, it's
communication with
funny.
you.
I bought it. You know, it's funny. I got it cheap on iTunes. I've never watched
And
it.
you sitting here in my face telling me you ain't see. Ooh, I am. Ooh, Jesus.
I'm like
You have
I feel like I would have liked it. I felt like I would have
you
liked
have
it, but I don't know.
you have no idea how upset I am at you right now. Like I am legit
Stop it.
kind of like very disappointed in you.
I
I'm
disappointed
not
you
mad, I'm
throughout
just
the year.
disappointed.
Stop it.
Like you broke my heart is what you did. And I need you to love yourself enough to go watch that movie. Like it's not about me no more. It's about you
Hey,
because you don't love
hey,
yourself. I need you to watch it.
listen. What the hell is going on this
Between the
podcast
sheets.
today?
Oh. Baby, wait, let me explain. The Power Rangers movie is good as fuck. Okay, like you need to watch it. And oh,
Girl, I gotta finish my Game of Thrones run.
fuck that. Yeah, you need to
I'm
watch
glad. I
the
am so
Power
glad my
Rangers.
wife cannot hear you.
Like,
She'll be ready to be like, "What you say?
mhm.
GOT is life."
I would have stand 10 toes on that. I'm sorry, wifey. I'm sorry, sister wife. I would have I would have stood on that because you you not watching this is a tragedy to yourself. Cuz it's so good. Like
Well,
like when I tell you I'm so serious though, like without like it's so good. The way they change certain characters dynamics, like the change they make with the Yellow Ranger and her and Trini being the main one that they kind of deal with. And like Trini has been so many things. She's been the Asian girl to turn into the black girl Aisha, and now she's Latina. Like I do love this for her. And her and then like her being lesbian, everything. Like the Blue Ranger being autistic, like like not maybe not fully autistic. I think he's just on the spectrum. But like he it's a good movie. Like it the
it was her face. What's that actress? Rita Repulsa. Can't think of her name.
Oh, Elizabeth Banks, she did
Yes.
amazing. I would, and that's what I was very skeptical about because I love her as like a comedic actress. Like anything she does, I know it's gonna be hilarious. But her as Rita Repulsa was actually really good. Like she was creepy. She was scary when she needed to be scary. She was also funny. Like it was couldn't have asked for more. Like it was really good for her. But like even from the Zords, the power up, them training how to do the power ups, like y'all got me in a random Power Rangers. That movie should have gotten a sequel, and a lot of people are upset about that because like everybody who went to watch that movie, I have not heard a bad thing about the Power Rangers movie. Like like every time I've heard it, it's
I got
always
a
been a
question
good
for
one.
you when you
Yeah, go
go.
ahead.
Okay, real quick, real quick.
Mhm.
What's your top five Ranger shows that you watched?
Oof. Okay. So unpopular
I know
opinion.
mine off top.
Unpopular opinion. My favorite one, Wild Force. Wild Force is
Okay.
my favorite one. I think Ninja Fury is my second. Let me see. The regular. I will give OG Power Rangers third. Um. Hmm. I didn't watch as many as I want though, but I think Mystic Force and Dino Thunder a little bit. I got the only reason I picked Dino Thunder is because I think that's the last one I remember watching.
Okay. OG Power Rangers because I
Mhm.
love Tommy. I
I
do.
feel you.
OG Power Rangers. Um, I like Zeo too, but I wonder if I should combine Zeo and OG because anyway, might
I
as well
didn't
stop
like
there.
Zeo
Z
or Neo
OG.
because they was cops. That's what it reminded me.
No, 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 no. I think you're confusing two different
Yeah, I
things
think it's Neo, the one
because that's my next.
or SP no, yeah, Power Rangers PD or something like
As,
that.
yeah, SPD,
My bad.
which
Go ahead.
is my third.
Okay.
No, which is my third.
Okay.
Which it makes sense
hmm
on some level.
On some
It
level, it makes
does
sense.
make sense. But okay, so which leads me Time Force.
hmm
Okay, what are you writing?
No, no, no. You got to keep going every time. Look, you can't. I got you. You keep going.
Okay, and then oh god, what's the last one? What was the last one I watched? Oh, In Space,
Okay.
because In Space wraps everything up. Wraps everything up.
I might watch that
I
one.
love Space. The Space, I think space In Space ties everything together
hmm
and ties all the loose ends of the Power Ranger team. Like if I had to choose a Power Ranger team today, In Space but with TJ as leader because Andros was on that fuck shit.
See, you know, I wish they would do like a intergalactic, like do like a Green Lantern kind of thing, like a Power Ranger from a different worlds. That would be a cool little
You
premise. Like,
totally like Power Rangers multiverse.
yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh no, have you
Here we
been
go.
seeing the like previews and stuff, or like the things about the new the Power Rangers comics?
Yes.
Like, yes, bro. Like
Yes.
it looks, I'm not even gonna hold you. It
Yes.
looks good as shit. I saw the like cause somebody I follow on TikTok, Declan next door. If y'all like Power Ranger stuff, things and hilarious people, you should follow him. I'm sorry, them, follow them. No, but that the Power Rangers stuff has been looking like really good. Like they do multiversal, like they're doing multiversal like Power Rangers. Like the Wild Forest have been possessed by some dark Power Ranger, and they're fighting against Dino Thunder. The Dino Thunder Power Rangers.
Oh,
Like,
I wonder. I think I know the story you're talking about.
yeah,
I
like
know what you're talking
I
about
want to read it, but it's
because they're
so
fighting Evil
many.
Tommy. They're
Yes,
fighting Evil Tommy at the end. Okay, I should know it, but I don't remember
I
offhand
feel like we should
because I
we
have
should
the
start
story on
reading that. I feel like we should just make that a book club for us. We should just like try to
man.
find a way to watch read one of
Put that on
those.
the list. I'd be down to do Power
Literally
Rangers.
putting it on my bookmarks right now as we speak. Oh my god.
Put that on the list because
On my
most of it is
mama,
on
on my hood.
Comixology.
All right.
On my mama,
Hey,
on
on
my
my
hood,
hood. I
I
look
look
fly.
fly.
Hey,
I
I look
look.
good. Good.
I'm not big on
Good.
on Atlanta songs, but that was
Good.
a damn good.
Look,
Oh man.
oh, look,
Oh,
I'm ratchet. I'm from the South. Like not South. I'm from the South, and you spell South with an F. Like, yeah, so I when I tell you I love that shit, I love that shit.
with an
Like
F.
with an F. Look,
Okay.
I'm from
One
Florida
serious
and my
topic,
family
and
is from South
then
Carolina.
we'll do
Like
comic news.
I'm true to this. Oh, the question.
One.
Yeah, my bad. Go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
because I had a question I wanted to ask you after that. But go ahead, go ahead.
No, ask.
Did you like Power? Oh, not Power Rangers, Pokemon or Digimon better?
Okay, so I gotta be
Oh
honest.
no. Oh no. Antonio.
I I've seen a handful of Pokemon
Okay.
and a handful of Digimon.
Oh. Oh
Like,
no. Well.
so I know Pokemon more because I might have watched the first season more.
Mm,
Digimon came out at a time where I was stepping out of comic books.
okay.
I know people. I
Well, it
know
was
people
anime.
love the
It
show,
was on the show.
and yeah, and I know people love the show, and I won't deny. Like the little bit I saw, the designs were awesome. I think it was War Greymon I saw the design for,
Oh
which
yeah.
looked pretty good.
Oh yeah. Well, Greymon
So
is
yeah,
that
I
nigga.
think
He
that's when
know.
I was stepping away from cartoons.
Okay.
But also, like that was a time where you had like really, really, really good
Oh,
cartoons on. You had
top tier.
Superman Adventures,
Mm-hmm.
Batman, Batman, the new Batman
Static Shock.
Adventures,
That
like the redesign, Static
the
Shock.
Justice League.
Um,
What? Like
no, that hadn't started yet. That hadn't
Justice
started
League?
yet.
I thought Justice League and
Uh,
Static Shock came out at the same time.
no, Justice League was like a couple months after 9/11. It was in November.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. That's what I thought you were talking about, like 90s, 2000. Okay,
Um,
okay, my bad. Okay, go
I'm saying like yeah, because Justice League was 01. What else? What other
ahead.
cartoons?
Zoids,
Uh,
niggas. People forget about
Freakazoid.
Zoids. Like, remember Zoids with the
That's that weird robots,
yeah.
like weird
Don't say
CG
weird.
animated
I don't like
robots. Yeah.
that. I don't like that.
Look, I'm
That
sorry.
feels very egregious
You
to
want a
them.
hug?
Like
Do you want a hug?
I don't need no hug from somebody who called them weird. I look Liger. What? Look, those are look. That was a.
Listen, you want. Listen, okay. Here.
Mhm,
Here's your homework.
mhm, mhm.
I need you to go watch Voltron, 85
Ugh,
Voltron.
I,
What? What?
mm.
Oh hell no,
All right.
no, no.
I
Fix
guess for my
your
reaction, I'll
face.
forgive that.
Fix,
Mm-mm.
fix your face.
That and
No, sir.
That and
Hold
Gundam
up.
Ring
I
never tickled my fancy.
well,
I've
I don't.
never.
I ain't worried about the Gundam. But literally, 85 Voltron is top tier. Listen, you'll love the princess. You'll love the princess. I'm telling you. Have I steered you wrong?
I guess not, but I guess we gonna
But
see.
and you have to watch it uncut. You have to watch it uncut.
All
I
right,
don't know what streaming has it, but you have to watch it uncut.
right,
85 Voltron is official. It is official.
okay.
Now, the Voltron that's been on Netflix the last couple years, not my Voltron. This is where I put on my old man hat. Not my Voltron, but it's for people that like it. More power to you.
Beautiful gowns, beautiful gowns.
80 it's 80 87 and oh 03 Turtles are my sweet spot. The Turtle movie that just came out, and oh no, I like the Nickelodeon Turtles because it wasn't bad either. The
Yes,
last
the one
Nickelodeon,
with
not
the
not
magical
Rise of the Tur-.
weapons.
No. So
Oh,
funny enough,
I
I did,
recant
I
my statement.
didn't watch that. No, no, it was when they were doing the CGI Turtles,
Okay, okay, got you.
where they look like the Mirage characters almost. And
Mhm.
Shredder was actually legitimately a bad guy and was given the turtles that work every week.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, so good! It's so good. It's on Hulu actually.
Okay. See, I saw the one on Netflix
But
with the
but I didn't watch Rise.
that's
I
it.
didn't watch Rise until like maybe the last episode
Okay.
because someone recommended to me. Oh, they're fighting like anime,
Yeah,
and I watched the clip.
I
But
watched
then I
the clip.
watched the Netflix movie,
Mhm.
and the Netflix movie was amazing.
Yeah,
But
that.
yeah, so 87, oh 03, and I guess that was like 2012 Turtles, you could say.
Okay.
2012 Turtles. Yeah, yeah, because it was on for a while. Yeah, 2012 Turtles. But I don't judge people for what turtle like the turtle movie that just came out.
Mhm.
Probably not for me, but it's for the new generation. So
Mhm.
there you go. I'm not gonna shun
Okay.
nobody. More power to you. Enjoy it because you're feeling like, oh, you know what? That is my third rant. Here we go. People, just because you don't like something, don't take it away from somebody else. So if I don't like Power Rangers, Cosmic Fury,
Digimon and
doesn't
Pokemon
mean
apparently. Ugh.
shut your face, shut your face. Doesn't mean that someone else doesn't like it. Don't take away somebody's joy because you don't know what they're going through. Just because I didn't watch Digimon or Pokemon doesn't mean anybody's got to be mad at you. You just got to let the hate in your heart and just let it go. Let it go.
Mhm.
Let it go. Just let it go out your soul.
I'm gonna
Let
try.
it go. Okay, so one serious story we want to talk about, and then we do comic book news and our Superman review. Have you been paying attention to this Diddy Cassie thing that's been going on?
Yeah, I actually just read the little papers of it yesterday. That's wild. Like he but honestly, like when you hear it, you're like, that doesn't surprise me. Like, cuz I've heard some thing. We've always like people in the street have always heard some things about Diddy, and he has already done some very questionable things as a man, and as like from just his like from as a businessman, keeping the rights to his artist songs and not giving them what they're owed, making the band had a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that we didn't even know about. So like when you hear these things, you're like, when you hear about this, you're like, no, you hate to hear it, but you're also like, that doesn't shocked me. And of course, I feel like it should go without being said, but I stand with Cassie on this. Like, I feel bad
Oh
for her.
yeah,
Like,
definitely.
at one point, you was just like, oh, this girl she just here to make her money and get out there. I said, get your bag, baby. I feel you. But like, it's you never know what's
Oh,
going
oh,
on behind
which
closed
which
doors, and it kind of.
which by the way, sweet loving Beyonce's internet. Don't trash the person that it happened to because God only knows what she's going through.
I,
Take a deep breath.
I'm
Take a
because
deep
I'm
breath.
now I'm about to rant. Go ahead.
I'm gonna
Finish your
give me
statement. Go
give me
finish your
20
statement.
seconds. Give me 20 seconds. Give me 20 seconds. I People of the internet, this poor woman has been through a trauma and she has a family and kids now. And I really need to know what you're writing. She has kids now, and God only knows what she was going through at that time. So don't trash her for defending herself. That is always the weirdest thing. At least she had the, I had to say it this way, at least she had the fucking courage to come out and say something, you know? And listen, she has a family, a husband, and you know, as a husband, you're supposed to take care of your wife. God only knows how much mental trauma they go through on the day to day. And by the way, you're right. This P Diddy thing, it shouldn't surprise anyone. But what I need people to do is stop defending these men like they
Thank you.
never did anything before.
Thank you.
Because anybody in power, I guarantee you, has some dirt behind them, and that is fact.
Hmm. Exactly.
That is fact. Okay, you got the floor. I got to pet the
Oof.
puppy.
Okay. So yeah, the victim shaming is absolutely positively fucking atrocious. Like someone who has the courage to come out about their abuse is something that should be like hailed and honored for what it is for someone being brave and doing the work to get out of that situation. I can't stand someone who tries to say, well, maybe she's lying, because I'm not gonna hold you. There are instances where that has been true. Like, like, and I hate to say that, because most times out of 10 it's always a real story, but there are times where people do lie about abuse and essay and everything. And I've had a friend who that's actually happened to, and like they've been proved wrong, proved that it was wrong. And but you should never blame a victim for coming forward about something. That's the most atrocious thing you can ever do. And like I've seen people be like, why is she settling out of court? She's just trying to do what everybody else is doing, trying to get their bag and leave. And I'm like, that's that's the most that's the most horrible thing you can say to somebody, like, especially for someone who's had to deal with years of said abuse, and who has had to go through this process. Well, and she has kids, like you said, like she has children with this man, and and to the things that they were saying that he did to her, like, is wild. And but also I'm like, it sounds like some rich man shit, like, I can't even. It's a poor, but I've heard of. I was watching Kiki Palmer's a clip from Kiki Palmer's podcast earlier today, and as we know, she's also currently going through. Currently just went through a domestic violence issue herself with her baby daddy, um, bitch ass Darius. That's his name. He and she said on her podcast, she was talking to a therapist, and she said, a person who stays with an abuser is probably one of the most empathetic people that you will ever come across, because most times out of 10, the people who stay because they understand where the trauma is coming from, and they understand why this person is the way they are, and they feel like they can to leave them is to just enable the violence that had been done to them. And I can't even hold you. That's the m- that it didn't click in me they said that, and I completely understand where they're coming from, especially me being as empathetic as I was, because I've also not dealt with physical abuse, but I've also dealt with love bombing, and someone like emotionally abusing me, making me feel like I was the problem in what was going on. And it's one of those ideas where it's one of those things where abuse can happen from any place, and it can happen in any kind of in different types. But you have to be brave enough to know, just because I love them doesn't mean I should be with them. And having the strength to say, hey, I know that I want this, and this feeds me, but this isn't giving me what I need right now. This is feeding my toxicity. This isn't fully feeding what should be what I should what is ultimately good for me and what is for me. And yeah, I give people grace in these times. Like it's victim. Don't shame the victim, or and always wait until you have proof. like also wait until you have the proof and before you go commenting on something that you clearly know not of. You know what I mean? But that's all I'm gonna say on that issue.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, I'm about to get really personal.
Hmm.
So I need you to take a deep breath.
Hmm.
Um, I don't like talking about it often and why the story hits home because I am a SA survivor.
Hmm. I remember
You
something.
know,
Yeah.
I was touched, yeah, I was touched funny by family members
Mm,
growing up. You know, I thought it was like, um, at the time, I thought it was like the right thing to do and it seemed right, but it I can't, I have to say it this way. It messed me up for a long time. These are people that, um, this is not Life Rants talking. This is Antonio talking now. It's for somebody to love you, say they love you, to do harmful things to your body, and for to go home, to move back to New York, and to deal with that. It fucks you up a while. It fucks up how you see family. It fucks up how you see friends, trust. You don't want to be around, like, I don't want to be around nobody new sometimes.
mhm,
You know what I mean? Because you just don't know their intentions.
mhm,
Sometimes you're like hypersensitive, sometimes you're not. Yes, I'm an outgoing person by nature, but reality is sometimes I'm not. And I just don't know. It's like, I've dealt with it, some of it, but I've never confronted said family member. And I don't think I should because, like, we're so many years behind it now. So it's kind of like, if I should have did, I should have did it then. But I was a kid.
yeah. I,
So, so it's kind of like, it's what it is.
mhm,
But for y'all to victim shame a young woman who could have been your sister, your mom, whatever,
mhm,
for people to victim shame anybody that's happened to,
right.
y'all really on some fuck shit, aren't you?
Right.
Like I said earlier in the episode, some of y'all should not have the internet. You know, this is why I say, um, heal your inner child.
Right.
Because, okay, the reason the holidays, we're gonna get off topic for a little bit. I promise we will do Adventures of Superman, but this has to be said.
No, go ahead. No, you good.
Um, the reason why uh, the holidays are weird for me. Losing your parents, losing people that raised you and
Hmm.
whatnot. And my wife knows this. I can be in a room with a bunch of people and still feel like I'm by myself. And she always asks me if I'm okay, and she always makes sure I'm good. And I still, years later, I still struggle with that problem because I wish my mommy was there, my dad was there, and
Hmm.
whatnot. For this year, for me to tell my family finally to go fuck themselves, this kind of hurts more this year. And thank God bless my wife because she has been a fucking rock, a rock, always loving me and been on my side. And doing this podcast helps because I can speak freely about what I'm
Hmm.
feeling. But like, making the decision to kind of stand up for yourself, making the decision to just stand as a
It makes
man, as a
a difference.
genuine dude,
Yeah.
it makes a difference.
Hmm.
And like when I see, like, when, like, now that, now that I don't I guess I'm still growing up in a way. I'm 42. I'm about to be 42, so I'm still growing up. But now that I'm truly a man, when I see bitchness in people, it's like there are way too many things to be upset about.
Right.
But action figures, bro, like
Hmm.
for real, there's people who who are still dealing with their stuff, whether it's essay, whether
Right.
it's family drama, whatnot. Like, y'all gotta stop. Y'all need to lift the people that have the courage to speak up.
Right.
Now, I know that sometimes black people have a stigmatism of not telling the truth, but you can't make. I mean, I know people make up they got essayed. I understand
Right.
that, but it's very
But
telling
it
for
happened.
the Diddy side to pay that immediately
Exactly.
within a day
Exactly.
after after the civil suit was filed.
Hmm.
I guess, yeah, the civil suit was filed.
Because
That
you knew.
says a lot,
Right. Because you knew. Even if you were
a
scared,
lot.
some of that had to happen for you to even get that scared to do. And
So,
mhm, my bad. Go ahead.
because I'm gonna forget my thought. No, no, you're good. So anybody, a matter of fact, anybody that's dealing with that today, that's in the sound of the voice of life rants, Anthony, Aaron, please go seek help. Please do. Don't look. We have the suicide hotline. We have all those other hotlines that you can call somebody to talk to. Talk to your friend, whatever, whoever you feel comfortable with talking to.
Hmm.
But go talk to somebody.
Right.
Do not bottle this in. Thank God that I have a wife that is an amazing sounding board, and we'll go back and forth.
Right.
And maybe one day I'll get her to tell her story. I know it, and it is heartbreaking. But people of the internet, yeah, gotta chill with this shit, man, and
Right.
start going after the people that do this kind of stuff.
Right. Right.
Like, I don't care if it's politics, hip hop, whatever. People need to go out and start attacking the people that do this shit, so no one has to deal with this crap anymore. Now, the assholes coming out. This shit has to stop.
And
Like, I don't know why. Like, I didn't think I was gonna talk about this today, but we're here. So people support that are ex redhead and orange. Do y'all know the monster that man is, and y'all still want him in power?
right.
Like, y'all for real? For real? Y'all don't want that.
Nah,
But I hear it across the board. We support the redhead and
y'all
orange.
seen what he did with his y'all seen what they did to his foot
Come
soldiers on
on,
January
man.
6th. So y'all can keep playing.
Wake up. Wake up.
And
But
but yeah, like yeah, but yeah,
uh,
also yeah, it's like you said also we need to create an environment to allow people to speak up for themselves because it takes a whole it takes a certain kind of strength to speak up for yourself and not to like go back to whatever to but go to back to go back to what you were saying, Antonio. When you feel if you it doesn't matter how long it's been for you, if you feel that you need to talk to them and to get something off your chest, I feel like you should, because your trauma
see,
is your trauma
so
and you shouldn't, it doesn't work on
I
one's timeline but your own.
I will say this. I know I can never be in the room with them
I feel it.
because my first thought is I'm being real now.
No, for
My
real, yeah,
first thought is violence.
yeah.
Is straight up violence, and that's like my family,
Mhm.
except for certain family members across the board.
Right.
Sometimes I feel like punching people in the face.
Mhm.
Doesn't make it right,
Right.
but
Look, you do that
but
when you feel comfortable. Don't like not on anyone else's timeline. It only works
but
when
I don't like to be
mhm.
funny. I don't want to go to jail because there's no Netflix in jail.
Right, true.
So
True.
there's that too.
Look, that's
But
yeah.
all right.
But
Oh, this was a tough story.
but
Comic book news. I no more of
no, no,
this,
no. I was
please.
talking about, I was going to go back to myself like also like but yeah, it takes a for me, it took me a while to admit what was going on to myself, let alone to other people, that I was, just being manipulated and gaslit into doing things. So it like so when I understand the bravery into being courageous enough to speak up for yourself and saying, "Look, this isn't right." Especially for me, for someone who is not docile but very non-confrontational. So yeah, like just believe our people. Just if someone shows you who they are, trust them, believe them. Now, let's get into this comic news. First and foremost, did you see the What If season 2 trailer?
No,
I should have told you about it before we got on. I should have had you watch it. Oh, you. Oh,
nah, I'm messing with you. I saw
oh boy, look, I hate you. Okay,
it.
look, what did you think?
um, wait and see.
All right, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm excited. Look, there are some episode previews that I saw. I'm gonna wait and see about that one. But
I need to wait and see.
look,
So
the fact that they're doing it 8 days of Christmas style, and they're going to be putting them out literally one day after another. I'm for it. I'm okay with it. Like I just give me all that shit. Like I'm gonna be sitting there waiting for it. I'm gonna try to control myself and not binge it all at once, but I'm probably gonna binge it all at once. So we gonna see.
you
Like
know,
I try to watch things as they happen because especially with like new streaming laws and not streaming laws, but with streaming and with how you're scared that I'm trying to get people to views because like with going back to streaming and like movies and stuff and TV, you like the way that people watch things are so different from how we used to watch them. And you have to watch them then so they know you need like, oh, we want a second season for that. And because apparently binge watching it at the end of it, it shows them that, oh, you're not excited for it. So I don't know where that came from. I've been watching TikToks, y'all, and I'm like, support movies, support TV. I need more seasons. But no, it was good shit. Um, and I can't wait for it. Loki season 2 though.
so
Uh huh.
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
The first three episodes were a struggle,
Hmm.
right? There was a lot going on. I think you can kind of tell that that you can tell that they messed up the story but fixed it towards the end,
Hmm.
if that makes sense. Like, cuz there was a lot going on, and I could pay attention. I could just be aware of what's going
Hmm.
on, but holy crap, it was a lot going on. Like, I don't even honestly, I don't remember what happened. I know the end. Like, he became the god of stories, holding the timeline together.
He became a
And
world tree.
yes,
Y'all, when I tell you I smiled so big when I saw that, I was like, that looks like he became a Draciel. He became a literal world
but
tree.
I will say, if they wanted to take Kang off the table, Loki, the end of Loki kind of sets it up to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because with all the stuff going on with Jonathan Majors, it kind of sets him up to do that.
And bro,
So
they better keep him. They better keep him as Kang, because I'm gonna be real pissed off about that. Like
I don't know
they
how you
found
do the story now without him.
thank you. Like
Honestly,
y'all have tied so much of y'all next phase onto this man being Kang the Conqueror. Like y'all can't just take that away. Like it's like y'all like they have literally set up two Avengers movies off this man. They have propped this man up on on the back of Ant-Man and the Wasp to premiere him to be this great
which
evil
which
that we're
which
gonna fight.
again, Kang the Conqueror should not been beat by
We're not even
Ant
gonna talk
Man.
about. Look, yeah, we are the the world knows that. Like the fact the whole time I'm watching, the only reason I watched that movie because I was like, how in the hell are y'all finna make me believe that Ant Man defeats Kang the Conqueror, who has literally been through generations of war and has powers surpassing him. You're telling me
Say it
that
again for
he is
people.
going
Say
to
it again
do
for
it?
people in the back.
Like, this man has been around for eons, y'all, millennia, and you telling me that
Let me see if I
he
can
what?
do a Kang voice. So,
You think you
I
can
am
do it?
also King the Conqueror. I've been handing out ass whoopings since the end of time. The fact that I got beat by an ant and a wasp kind of makes me mad. Disney, get your shit together.
This
Get your
man
shit together.
who can turn really small decided that he was going to come for me, and
He should have.
he
I should have kicked
won.
him.
Oh no.
Can you imagine a Jamaican king be like, "What the blood clot answer, man? I just kick you across the room. Lord of mercy, I go conquer the world." Which would have been more funnier if he was
Scott
Jamaican, making
Lang,
love to
man.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh yeah, that would have made it a whole lot. Yeah, with some dread.
I tonight, girl, I laid down the massive fight because they call me King the Conqueror. Oh God, you can't
That's
take
it.
me nowhere.
It's the Van Dynes. Blah 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 blah. Let me stop. Let me. All right. Let me calm down.
No, 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 nope, nope, nope. They call me King the Conqueror, girl, because I
mm,
conquer you tonight.
yeah.
Lord of mercy.
Look, and I kind
You
of want
can't
there.
take me
I
nowhere.
want there to be one now. But
Now I did.
no.
Now I need it.
But
Oh,
I
oh,
did like
we
it.
got Black Norman. Hold on, hold on. We're building a Black Rogues Gallery. Black Norman Osborn,
Not and Jamaican King
Jamaican
Conqueror.
King. Yes, yes.
uh,
Hey man, hey man, I know it's been a minute since you heard the voice, man. They call me the Green Goblin with the immaculate waves. By the way, I'm still on that fuck Spider-Man shit. Don't worry, the voice is still here. Yo, Kang, what's good, my guy? What? Hey, Goblin, what's good, my guy? What's going on? I kick an ant in the ass, Lord of mercy. I gotta work on my Jamaican, man.
it's okay. Look,
That's funny.
we can work on that in our private time. That's all right. That's all right.
Mm.
But no, I like the first three episodes of Loki. Look, I've always been someone who I like a how do okay, I like a story that I get little bits and then it makes sense episodes after why it happened. Like, I love me a good slow burn when you do it, as long as when I watch it over again, I'm like, "Oh, it makes sense." And that's the one thing I liked about the Loki. Like, it allowed me to keep going. It allowed me to like actually like get into it because I'm like, the first thing you see is the moment with Sylvie at the what is it called at the elevator, and then you're wondering, wait, how did we get to this point? Especially knowing that they live outside of time and space, and there is some flow of time through there. So I'm like, okay, what are we getting to? Is this before or after? And I did like how we set it up to keep him as keep him as like how we get to Kang the Conqueror. I would like to see what I would have liked to see from them is to see what the TVA was like when Kang was running the TVA. Like, I want to see like his relationship with Ravonna. Well, with I forgot her name. Yeah, her last name is Ravonna. Like, I would have liked to see how he was at the TVA while he was running it with her, and how it was as like and what happened to make everyone forget. Like, I would have loved for them to go into more detail about that. But I love that I love this beat for Loki. Like, don't get me wrong, like he was a monster. Like, I literally just watched rewatched the movie the Avengers movie, the first one, and I'm like, oh, no, he still killed thousands of people, but like but he trying to make up
But
for it
he's
now.
adopted.
You know what? But you're right. So we're supposed to forget because he's adopted. Like, y'all, when I tell you that's what pisses me off about Thor and Loki, that's like Loki's whole bag is I'm adopted. No one loves me. Are you, bruh? You literally and like it goes to that meme. She's like talking about she don't want she want a nice guy, and here's me literally being that guy. Like he's talking about how nobody wants him and he's not loved and how I'm adopted, so I gotta destroy the world. I gotta control Midgard because what? Like you aren't even the older
I got a
brother.
question for you.
Like that's hold on. You're not even the older brother, bro. And you sitting here trying to talk about I should be running Asgard. What? Like, are you crazy? Like, you're not even the heir for real, bro. Like, you would the only way you would be the king is if your brother died, and even then, they would still be like, I don't know about that, because of what you do when you find out the second you find out you adopted, become this. Like, I just yeah, shaking my head. What was the question you was gonna ask me? My bad.
So I've been wanting to ask you this.
Hmm.
If Loki and Sylvie got together,
Oh my God! Thank you. I already know what you're gonna ask me, and I was thinking the same thing. So go ahead.
so is Loki in a
Hmm.
relationship with
No,
himself?
definitely tell some goats.
Eh,
And is it what? Say it. Uh huh.
No, you say it for me.
No, no, no. You there? No, you wanted to ask the question. Go ahead and ask the question. Hmm.
I just...
I want you to
Is
say
it
it.
wrong?
Uh huh.
What am I trying to say, sir?
I don't know, but if you're trying to say, is it wrong that two people of the same DNA are getting together and wanting to fuck each other? Yeah, no, no, no. It's definitely weird for sure. Coats my goats. Yeah. Like,
It's like the Austin Powers bit. Oh, you look so sexy. Oh, you look so adorable.
like
I,
there's a thing
sir,
like, and everybody talks about and jokes about like would I like have sex with myself, but it's a whole different story when you can get yourself pregnant, and then what's gonna happen now? Like you're literally having a baby with yourself. Like what's going on?
I,
Like
I gotta say it.
it's
Be like, say
crazy.
that line again.
Like
Say that
you're
line again.
literally having a baby with yourself. Like
Hey yo.
that's it. Ayo is right. Like, and that's just like in X-Men, there's literally a comic where Madeline Pryor is kissing Nate Gray, the alternate version of Nate Gray from Age of Apocalypse. What? That is not Gene. If it was Gene, I'd have been like, I would have still looked at you crazy. But I'm like, well, at least it's not her son directly. It's literally another version of your son, baby. Like, what is going on? Like, wild to me. Like, and like they try to explain it away as an aberration, but no, you kiss your son, baby. Hmm.
Wait,
Yep.
clone of Jean Grey,
Yep.
right?
Hmm.
Right. Just putting it together.
Hmm.
The
Madeline
clone
Pryor.
of
Hmm.
Jean Grey messed around with Nate Gray from Age of Apocalypse.
Like didn't mess around with him, but there was like his X-Men run, there was literally a moment where like she comes back to life or a part of her comes back to life, and throughout the series there's like this attraction between them that is unexplained. Like there's this tension, I'll say, between them that is unexplained. Like it feels maternal, but at the same time it feels very
Mm.
but also something could happen. And basically she kisses him, and it's weird. It's a weird scenario. I don't, you kissing your mama, that's wild. Like it's wild to me. Like,
But she's not really your mama.
a duck's a duck.
She's
A duck's a
from
duck.
a clone.
She that
My
and
head
at the
hurts.
best she your auntie, and that's still nasty. All right, all right. Like, if we're gonna talk about a spade is still a spade, baby. What you mean? Like,
My head
yeah,
hurts.
it's monsters all around. But yeah, no. But I ain't gonna hold you though. I am slowly rooting for Sylvie and Loki. I was kind of rooting for them in this go around, even though I was like, it's still a little toxic, and I still got questions about the DNA of it all. But I appreciate it.
He's no, shit. Never mind. I'm not gonna do it.
What?
Never mind. I was gonna like he's gonna give her that World Tree DNA now. Huh?
A she finna get
Huh?
that real
Huh?
world tree. A
Okay,
Hmm.
what else you got?
Um. Okay. So what are we gonna talk about? It's some X-Men related stuff. I'm gonna do the short ones first, and then I'm gonna get into the big one that I really want to talk about. So I'm sorry because you already know which one I'm gonna talk about, and I got excited because you already know. So Miss Marvel ended this week. It was good. They if you haven't read it, you should definitely go read it. New Mutants. I'm sorry, Miss Marvel, the New Mutant. It's really good. They finally explained that her the way that they explain is that her powers may come back someday, but if they try to push it and try to bring it out, then it could replace her inhuman power altogether. So and like so then they just leave so and she leaves it to where if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then I'm also fine with it, and I'm kind of okay with that answer. Like I'm okay if we don't know right now. I feel like it's gonna be one of those slow burns. We're not gonna see her mutant power for like a year or two down the line. You know, basically until we all forgot about it. Then we can be like, oh yeah, you were a mutant. But it was a good ending for her. The Jean Grey solo series, good as hell. Ended last week. Really great, like kind of what if stories for Jean. Gave us the time to revisit like three big stories of her life. From the '05, coming back to the future, and then what if she didn't take the plane that went into to the cosmic rays, and Wolverine turned into the Phoenix, and of course the Madeline Pryor of it all. We got to see that whole moment, and I think it was a good reaffirming moment for her, especially for a character like I said before, who's always had a problem like kind of standing in her truth and being fully always never having her choice. I thought that was a good series for her. Now let's get to what I really want to talk about. X-Men Blue Origins. That came out
Wait. I got to do
yesterday.
it. I got to do it.
Go ahead.
Tis the season. We got to talk about comics for no reason. Is that your
Oh,
theme
oh,
song?
oh, it's that season when we do comic reviews for no reason. Yup.
Spoilers in three, two. The floor is yours.
All right. So today I'm here to talk about a glorious origin story that redefined the tale of Nightcrawler and Mystique and Destiny question mark. So let's just get into it. So this through the summer they've been teasing this big story talking about X-Men Blue Origins, and of course they said it was going to be a definitive story um about Kurt Wagner, aka Nightcrawler's origin. So we find out the true story of how he basically came to be, and who and how he looks, and it also explains why he looks a little bit like Azazel as well. So, where do I even begin? Okay, so what happens is Destiny wants a child. Destiny tells Mystique that she wants a child, and Mystique is like, "Are you sure about this? Do you know what? Are you sure this is possible? Or whatever." Basically, Destiny makes her. The way they explain their relationship is the fact that they date other people to keep up appearances back in the day, because it's the 20s and stuff. Being gay and mutant, you ain't finna you ain't finna survive long, baby. So they have other lovers, but they only get a lover that benefits them, and they can only be with someone who benefits them at that time. So, and that's why she chose Christian Wagner, who is supposed to be the supposed father of Kurt. So we find out that Destiny um uh, uh, um, Raven hires Destiny as a maid at their estate, and she is basically fucking Destiny on the low while she's with Christian. So basically, she tells Destiny that she wants a baby and that they want to start a family, but she wants to start a family with her. And and there's one line she says and she says there were other pregnancies, other births, before and after, accidents, inconveniences, tragedies upon arrival, but never a child conceived in love. That's what Mystique says. That was such a beautiful note. Like, and it's her telling the story to Kurt, because as we know, from Uncanny Spider-Man and from Hellfire Gala, she's recovering from her brain injury and she's like kind of not understanding what's going on. But we see that all she keeps saying is, "Where's my baby? Where's my baby?" And to our knowledge, she abandoned the child and she let that little nigga go over the cliff. Well, I ain't even saying that. Y'all know what I mean. But yeah, so she says we made a baby together. Now, the reason Destiny actually encouraged Mystique to get with Azazel, and she was like, What for?" And this is when they tell us what what Mystique really is. So once the Mystique tells Kurt what she is, that they conceived the baby together, he says, but you're you're both with and Mystique is like, don't be pathetic. She says, I lived for years as sapien male, lived years more as female. Do you know what I've observed? They're all awful as each other. The only true binary division lies not between genders, not sexes or sexualities. It lies between those who are allowed to be who they are, who they wish, and those denied that right. She says, I am Raven Darkholm. Whatever else I am or am not, whether it be for a lifetime or a single night, it is for nobody but me to say. I thought that was such a that's a way of saying, yeah, she's kind of a trans character without saying she's a trans character, and everybody being up in odds, the people other people being up in odds about it. But but she explains that she can do more than just shape her shift. Shape her shift, shift her shape. But she can instinctively command the cells, hormones, and the ribosomes, and she can literally rewrite every single one of her cells. She is a gene shaper,
Huh.
apparently. She's not a shapeshifter. But yeah, we find out that she's a shapeshifter, and they said that there's like a little photo info page, and it says the only reason we don't call her the only reason I'm not on the bandwagon of using that overplayed saying of omega level is because she has yet to learn how to um reform the X gene into somebody, into herself, and be able to fully transform into them. But like, apparently her shape shifting is different than anybody else's, because they say that she not only gets down to the DNA, but she gets it to every part of the vocal pattern, as well as like mannerisms and certain things. Like, she gets it down to a T. And now to the reason why she got with Azazel and Christian and everybody. So to have the baby, she used different parts of their cells. She copied their cells to make a genetic marker for herself so that she could have him. So she used the genetics of she can gain it by just touching somebody, basically. So she got it with Azazel, and she got it from Christian as well. And the only reason Destiny told her, yeah, go ahead, my bad. Go ahead. What's up?
I want to say this correctly.
Hmm.
So she's got the DNA from both men, put it in her, made a baby with
Not quite.
destiny.
Not quite. That's a so she got the genetic markers that she needed from them, but it was still her cells. She just got what she needed from them to evade a suspicion. So The reason that Destiny encouraged her to have to get with Azazel is the fact you look like you have such a headache. Um, but the reason that they told her to get with Azazel is because if Azazel had n- um if Azazel didn't have that child, then he would have ended up ruling the world and killing everyone. Apparently, he was supposed to think that he had a child and be so obsessed with his heir that he would that the child would want to uprise and go against him, and that would be the child who would ultimately be his downfall. So in a way, he was saving the world. But Mystique finds out and she was furious about that shit. She's like, "My child is not a tool of fate for you to play with." Look, it was I y'all, it was the way I'm not even doing the story justice and how I'm explaining it. Like, because the way they explain the gaps in time in which, because even from them explaining the, from her just leaving the child in the water, and then there's one where her just leaving the child, and we find out the whole story of it, and it just makes sense. So she basically, Mystique basically morphed her belly to make it look like she was pregnant the whole time. And she matched the baby with Destiny, and she was just gonna let the Destiny, she was just gonna let, like, take the baby from Destiny, and that was gonna just be hers. And she was gonna say, "Oh, Christian, it's our baby." But Destiny really knew what was gonna happen. And yeah, they lost their shit. Y'all, I'm not even I just I can go into depth of this whole story, but like I have, and it but the story was honestly a really good,
Tell the
beautiful love
people,
story.
tell your people your TikTok real quick.
Oh,
Just tell them because I
y'all
know you
know
can go into
this
this a
gonna be
little
like
more.
a part 3
My
video.
head hurts.
Yeah, so y'all catch me
My
on
head
King
hurts.
Krakoa on TikTok, because yeah, we finna, like, it's gonna be, yeah, I'm gonna do videos about that for sure because it was I love the story. It was a good story. It was what they followed Chris Claremont's dream, but also had to fit Chris Claremont's dream of what how he wanted the story to be.
Wait, did Chris wanted to
Yeah,
do
this was
this?
Chris Claremont's original dream, arc for them.
Is that the story that everybody was that the story that he couldn't
Yeah,
do? That they basically told him no?
exactly. He originally planned for
Wow.
Mystique to be Kurt's mom.
So that man was way ahead of his time.
Way ahead of his time. He has
Wow.
had, look, we all know that Chris has had some problem. Like, there's some problem stories, like the whole Psylocke situation. But for as much as he got wrong, he got way more right. Like, he was doing stuff like, even that story, it led to other innovations that no one else was doing. Like, and I feel like that's that man was a trailblazer. Like,
Okay.
but yeah, like, that was the original story that he planned on doing, of having them be it. Oh, and the ending of it, that we find out why, because the story wouldn't have made sense, because we all know from our knowledge, anytime they have interact with each other, Mystique and Kurt, she treats Kurt like shit. Apparently, back in the day, this is like right after they adopt Rogue. Rogue is like around the same age as Kurt, for we get it canonically, because she said it's 5 years, and like in Rogue, but when they find her, they see she's like 5 years old or so. So apparently, after Destiny tells her that she has to leave Kurt the way he is, he has to grow up being a reject. He has to grow up being like the outcast and everything, so that he can grow up being a hopeful person. Because apparently she said that his destiny is to be the light in the shadows, and to be the heart of something else, yada 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 blah blah. Mystique went off, choked the shit out of her, said, "My son is not your tool. Is not your tool of fate." So after they do this, they apparently go to Professor Xavier and tell them, and say, "I want you to." Yeah, exactly. I roll as fuck, right? I rolled the fuck out of that when I saw his bald ass head as I was scrolling down. I already knew who it was.
Oh my
So,
god. Okay, okay, before you go any
yeah.
further, that makes Charles such a dick.
No, this not this time. Any other time, I'm ready to call my boy out on his filth, but this time it was actually his fault.
Yeah.
kind of sort of his fault. I ain't gonna hold you. Okay, so what happens? So what happens is, they basically go to him and say that basically Destiny says, I want to forget about the baby. I want to forget about my time in Bavaria with living as the maid. And I don't want to remember any of this basically. Raven says, I don't want to forget. I don't want to forget that he's mine. So he says that I will erase the parts that you don't want me to erase, but I have to let you know the mind has a way of filling in the blanks in a way that may be worse than the actual truth.
Mhm.
And that's exactly what happened. So she took away he just left the fact that she had a baby and that it was abandoned. So her mind filled in the blanks that of what happened with Azazel, and just assuming that it was Azazel's baby because she remembered her time with Azazel and how the baby looked. So she forgot that he made it for them forget that Destiny was ever there. So of course, that's why we have that problem. And then we find out the reason she was having the memory problems is because he didn't break her mind when he pushed her and she fell off the ledge. He actually undid the work that he did before, and it was her trying to process the memories that were coming through. And that's why she kept saying, my baby, my baby. And yeah, that's the story. Like, so now, oh my God, Destiny don't remember. Oh my God, now, oh my God, this gonna be the reunion that's gonna happen, y'all. Oh shit, I just remember this. Like, y'all, if my mind is being blown because she had the memory taken away from her. She doesn't remember.
I need you to keep it together because we are gonna have to
I
wrap this up
know, I
soon.
know, I know, I know. Look, you look. I already told you this is gonna be I already told you this is gonna be my rant. Like, this is gonna. Yeah, I need to talk about this because I was waiting for this story, and they the way they this story was made by Cy Spurrier. So, Cy Spurrier, honestly, this man know how to write Kurt Wagner. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, every X book that Kurt has led in this new Corona age, he has written. And anytime he has written for Kurt before, amazing, a masterpiece. That shit is good. And I just, yeah, that story. Oh God, I'm gonna read it again after I get off here with you because that shit was good. But yeah, let's get into
Go read X Men Blue. X Men Blue.
X Men Blue Origins. Yes,
Go read it. Go pick it up
yes, yes.
because hopefully, you won't have the same headache that I do right now.
Yeah,
I probably
I
need to
saw.
read
Look,
it. It'll probably
and
make
I saw your
sense.
face the whole way through, and I was just like, I'm a power through because I need to get this out of my spirit because this was good. And I was like, oh, he's just like, what the fuck is he talking about? And I was just like, that's okay. It's not that wasn't for you. Like, that story is for me, and that's all right.
So,
I love you too. So what? Look at this thing. This thing. Okay. All right. I see what y'all doing, podcast. So y'all doing some. I guess it's only you. I guess that's whatever.
oh,
They host for that.
oh.
Mine look more like a heart. How? What the fuck? They don't want me to be great. That's all right.
All right. Avengers of Superman.
Yes.
Oh. I guess I should talk about Titans Beast
Oh
World real
yeah.
quick.
Talk about that a little bit. Yeah. What's going on there?
I need more.
You need more? Is it good?
So
Hmm. I'm listening. I'm listening.
you do have to read Titans
I read the first
from
issue.
issue one
It was good.
from issue one to current before you read
Oh
Beast
yeah.
World. I will say
Definitely.
that. It was like there was a lot of stuff that was happening. I wasn't aware of what's going on because I was out the book for a while. Um, that said, using Gar and making him a tragic villain of it all.
Oh, he's a villain.
Spoilers.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, but not by
I'm
choice.
okay with it. All right, continue.
It kind of Tom. I will say
Mhm,
this:
mhm.
Tom Taylor's writing this book.
Oh, I trust.
If you are a fan of the Titans, I'm sorry in
Oh no.
advance because Tom Taylor's about to fuck up the DC universe in a way no one has done in a long time.
Mm-mm.
We get a new villain. Amanda Waller's still on her fuck shit.
Go ahead.
Giant starfish are a thing, and that's all I'm gonna say for now. I I need to get to half
Mhm.
the storyline before we I can make a
Okay,
judgment.
I feel that.
For now, it's
Okay,
good. For now, it's
look
good.
here. I know I
Okay,
love me
now,
a good hero turning villain, and look, I do love what they've been doing with Amanda Waller. Like they're doing some
yes.
good little like Easter egg stuff with her, like how she shows up in different books for little things like we're going to get the superheroes, but we don't know. Like we see them like actually building up for something. I like that. I love a good slow burn. I kind of can't wait to see what they do with that.
So to tie all this craziness up, we're gonna talk about my adventures with
Yeah,
Superman,
yeah,
and then we're getting and then we're getting
Ch-
out of here. So that should hold y'all beautiful people for about 2 weeks.
right.
After that,
Ch-
I don't know what to tell you. I'll go
Ch-
first because my coworker tends to be long winded, and that's a beautiful
Mhm.
thing.
Likewise, motherfucker. Mhm.
Shut up.
That's the part calling
Okay,
Kettle African American.
this is the best goddamn Superman adaptation I've
Mhm.
seen in a long time. Fuck Zack Snyder. Fuck DC Studios using this Superman for well. Okay, so I gotta say this cartoon is not for kids. There is
No.
a reason why it's
Uh,
no. You know you damn. It's not for kids. There is a reason why this cartoon is on Adult Swim. It is not for young kids. Teenagers, adults, fine. I'm saying this now. Do not let your young kid watch this cartoon. I'm looking at the shitty parents that, oh, okay. I'm looking at the shitty parents that don't pay attention to their kids on what they're watching. You probably should. That said, I love Superman. Lois is awesome. Jimmy is that dude. I don't care what
I've
anybody
heard.
says.
I fight on that.
Jimmy is that dude. I don't care what anybody says.
Big dog.
Lois is a good mix of modern
Mhm.
Lois and 1940s Lois, where she's always doing some wild,
Mhm.
crazy shit and getting them into some
All
shit.
that.
Uh, the perfect example of this is when, spoilers if you haven't seen the cartoon, eventually Clark has to tell her that he's Superman. You know how she tells
Ugh.
him that she finds out that she's Superman? Now, she did put it together, but Clark didn't want to tell her. Clark didn't want to tell her because she said she wants to expose Superman. You can kind of see both parts on why she didn't want to tell
Right.
him. This vieja throws herself
Mhm. All that.
off the
Mhm.
roof. Off the
Mhm.
roof. Now, if Clark wanted committed to that lie,
Okay.
he he wanted to. She could have been
Right.
splat on that sidewalk.
Cause what if I wasn't? Like, what if I really didn't give a fuck about you? Like, what if I like just said, okay, we finna really see. Like, I could have let you stargaze from outside and hit the pavement, and what would have happened? Like, because you want to prove a point. Like, and I'm also with you. Like, I get why you upset, but also, can you be upset that I'm like when people have over dramatics as to why they're upset. Like when people get upset, like over dramatically, like I'm like, okay, we haven't been dating that long. You and they had just started dating. Like we had also
Yes.
just became friends. We just started working together. You barely know my homeboy Jimmy. So why would I haven't even told my friend Jimmy. So why would I tell you? Like and it's the kind of audacity that like she had like to be upset about that. Hmm.
because they gave Lois daddy issues. That's the one thing I did not like.
Honestly, I think that I'm kind of surprised that they haven't given her daddy issues at and but she had
Oh, in the comic?
in yeah, and in that's why, and that's also why I like
Yeah,
Superman and Lois, because they also give her daddy issues in that. And I was like, it makes perfect sense because even in the comics, she's a she's the child of a single parent, a single father dad, a military dad at that. I was like, she's so that's
yeah.
why it made sense to me. Like when people said that they hated that she was kind of a tomboy, I was like, it makes perfect sense that she's a tomboy. Like being a father of a military dad, like there's always gonna be like the girly, especially her and Lana, not Lana, her sister, what's her sister name? Lucy. Like I was like
Lucy.
Lucy was always the girly girl, and Lois was always the kind of the harder one. It makes perfect sense that one of them would be the tomboy, and she Lois is one of those people who always seem to me like she was probably a tomboy when she was younger, but she's going to grow into the girly girl that she becomes as she becomes a reporter. And like I feel like y'all should at least give her time to go like a little have a little bit of grace with that.
I also love what they do with the villains because you don't get the classic right up front Superman
Yeah,
villains. Your
yeah,
Bizarro, your Parasite. I mean, no, you got
yeah,
Parasite. You got you
yeah.
got
We did.
Parasite, but you got Livewire. You got
A
Heat
Black
Wave. They
Live Wire.
delved
I like that
into
one, honestly. I didn't expect that.
yes, yeah, like they delve into like DC's like villains
Yeah, they went
catalog,
into
which
the
I
treasure
liked.
chest on that one.
Making Slade a Superman villain made so much bleeping sense.
Really?
Super soldier. Here, okay. Here's my argument. Right,
Uh-huh.
Slade is hard. Now this is Slade with no superpowers
Uh-huh.
that we're aware of, but making the ultimate soldier against the best alien on the planet, I feel like it makes sense. Kind of like Batman before that became a thing.
Yeah, I can see that. You know what? If you frame it just like that, a super villain, a Batman, but for super villains, yeah, I can see that because of course we have all kind of super villain power, super power super villains, but there's that one guy who can take out everybody without having powers. Prometheus,
Oh,
like Prometheus, yeah,
so if my comic knowledge is right, a lot of this is based on the Kryptonian
yeah.
technology. That's right out of Superman Earth One,
Hmm.
if I'm not mistaken. Which is a damn guys. If you haven't read that book, it's amazing.
Hmm.
Go read Superman Earth One, written by J. Michael. I always pronounce it wrong. J. Michael I'll never say it right.
And
J. Michael
I don't know who
Straczynski.
you're talking about. I can't help
It'll
you.
come to me. Superman Earth One. I sorry I butchered the name. Uh, Jimmy was funny and became a millionaire
Oh my
overnight.
God! Yes, he did. I
That's
forgot.
right. That was right out of the right out of the comic, and that was pretty. That's pretty recent too.
Oh, is it?
Him becoming a
Oh,
millionaire.
that's good.
Yeah, it's pretty recent.
I yeah,
God
I
bless you,
forgot how I
Matt
found
Fraction.
out, but I think it was you who told me about Jimmy owning
Yeah,
the Bugle. Not oh my, call him the Bugle Lord,
the
Daily
planet, the
Planet.
Daily
Yeah,
Planet.
good for him. Started as a paperboy. Now we here. All right, you better do that.
Let's see. Ooh, you just gave me an idea for my storyline I'm
Hmm.
doing. Hmm,
Okay. Yeah,
I got
let
to
me
put
know
a
when you.
pin on
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Give your thoughts,
Uh,
cause yeah, I got thoughts. Yeah, look, we gonna. Yeah.
let me see. They misstep with the multiverse stuff. I think it's too early for that.
Yes, I agree.
But that's my only real complaint is the multiverse stuff. The Superman Lois relationship was pretty rock solid. Superman's parents, even Lois's dad, is written
Yeah,
really well, and
yeah.
all their motivations make sense. Um, the man himself, Superman, that is a Superman you need to see on the movies.
Yes.
I don't want to hear Injustice Superman. I don't want to hear brooding Superman. This man needs to be hopeful, energetic, and a truth of what's the tagline? Uh, Truth, Justice, and the American
Mhm.
Way. Well, I know that last part's kind of changed. It's Truth, Justice, and something. I don't know. But my point being here is my adventures with Superman. 10 out of 10 for me. Little couple missteps, but nothing
Mhm.
crazy. All right, go.
Um, First and foremost, I agree with you. I did love this version of Superman. I thought to go the nerdy route was the smart way to go about it because as long as we've known him, he's always been the nerdy kid as when he was younger, and he grew into being this guy who's the Boy Scout. And I thought that was a good way to do it, make him the nervous guy because he is bashful. He is like and he's bashful. He's like very nervous and clumsy, especially around especially when it comes to Lois. So it made sense that he would be shown in that light. You know what I mean? And I kind of like that we kind of get to see not only that, but we get to see a Superman growing into becoming Superman. Like we're seeing Clark Kent become Superman and learning about his heritage as he goes along with it. Like I thought that was a real smart way. We get to see him learn his powers. I absolutely loved like us getting to watch him like learn that he can fly, learn how strong he is and go through those motions while also I would have, you know what I would have I would have liked the moment of him learning how to control his strength. Like that is something, and like I know some people don't like the whole like I would have liked this not in this show, but I would have liked to see a moment of him like maybe learning how to like interact with people after getting super strength because I feel like that's one of those powers that is really hard to master. Like, cause I feel like you can crunch anybody up or like you pet the dog wrong and it's over. Like, you know what I mean? Um, but I thought that was a real smart choice. I thought I love the Sailor Moon transformations of him going into his super suit. I thought that was a really good choice, especially as a anime style. I thought that was a very smart way to go for him to go into his powers. Um, I thought I like that we finally get to hear um Ma and Pa talk in an accent because I know we all forget that I know we all like to know we know that he's in Kansas and he's in the country, but we should have their accent should reflect that. And it's kind of weird that we don't hear like an accent in Clark's voice sometimes. And I do like that when he goes home we kind of hear the little twang in his voice when he does. I always like those little quirks. But I thought that Mom, I don't know why I keep calling them mom pa, but but I did kind of I liked it and I didn't like it of the fact of how they tried to get him to basically not go with his powers or to reject it, like not go down there and look at his heritage. Like I understand that they were scared of what was down there, but also that is your son's heritage and you should do it. Then you should allow him to be able to know that part of himself. But also they are from the Midwest. So I was like, this makes sense for who they are. Like I was like, yeah, yes, mom and pa Ken are, supposed to be these pinnacles of goodness, and that's how, Superman literally on the first thing I see. Superman is the pinnacle of good, and he got his goodness from them. Cool, but I'm like, there got to be something that y'all still old white people from the Midwest. There's got to be something that you like. I don't know. That was it. And I did like the fact that we kind of see him have a self-hate because of that, and we get to see him grow out of like I need to like learning that I need to learn about myself. But I kind of hate that he kind of destroyed his ship though, like because at the end he kind of like didn't he kind of destroy his little like base at the bottom of the thing.
Oh, because they
Yeah,
were attacking. They're about to attack
right,
Earth.
and
Yes.
he had to
Oh,
destroy it.
which the setup for season 2,
Yeah.
a Brainiac Zod
Oh
team up.
yes, that was a good one. I thought that was really
Man,
good.
you know what that means. They're coming for
Right.
Invincible. They're not fucking around in season 2.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's because that was also I was gonna bring up something a comparison from Invincible, but I forgot what it was. But
No, it's not even. I tell you why. It's not a
oh
comparison.
no, not at all.
Here's
Hmm.
why. Here's why. Invincible is a great book. I won't even deny that. The cartoon is straight fire, even though I haven't watched season two. But not hold on. But I know what happens. If Invincible does half of the stuff you see in that book,
Hmm.
I gotta say it this way. You motherfuckers are not ready for what comes next.
Yeah.
You are seeing the tip of the iceberg of what Amazon and Robert Kirkman can do with
All right.
Invincible.
New
The
episode came out.
fight,
I'm sorry. I just thought about that. sorry.
focus.
Sorry.
You guys are not ready for what comes next. I don't need to watch it. Oh, and I just lost them. All right.
Oh no.
Oh, oh, okay, we're good. No, no, you're
Okay.
good. You're good. Okay. Um, you, you, you motherfuckers ain't ready for what comes next. If you're watching Invincible and if you never read the book before, I am so sorry.
Mhm.
I
I
am
haven't read the
so
book.
so
I'm not
very
gonna hold
sorry.
you. I actually, cause
Oh, you know what? I won't hold it against you.
it's so
Go find a
many,
way to read that
it's
book.
so many issues, and that's what deterred me. But
It's
I
not.
found
It's
a
it's 10 volumes. It's ten
like there ain't
volumes.
100
No,
plus
no,
issues.
hold
Like
on.
boy, sir.
15. It's 15. It's 15.
You know
It's
how
15.
many books
Still, you
in a
could
volume, boy, sir? 15 volumes?
you sir.
I'm
No,
still
no,
reading.
we're not doing this. You read X-Men all the time, so I don't
I
want to hear it.
roll, I roll,
Don't roll your eyes at me. No,
heavy
how
eye
dare you?
roll.
Don't roll your eyes at me.
As for as a matter of fact,
Choke you. So
as a matter of fact, it will please you that one of my tabs that I have up is the appendum is the first issue of Invincible, but I stopped reading it yesterday because I didn't know if this was the first issue or not. So I was like, I don't know. So I might have to send it to.
okay.
Is it him like flying around? Does he already have powers in the first issue? Okay, then
Yes.
that's okay. That's the one.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna keep
Yes.
reading.
It's established that he's learning how to use his
Okay,
powers.
so
Yes.
we don't get him learning that he does have powers. We get he already knows that he has powers and he's becoming a superhero.
Yeah, because they kind of set up that he's had powers, but he's the flying was the last one he had to
Okay.
learn. Or no, 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 him flying in the first couple
Hmm.
pages, but they do set up that he's
He's still new
learning
to
how to
this.
fly.
He ain't true.
He's still
He
new
new
to
to
it.
this, but he ain't true to this yet. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, anybody in the sound of my voice, if you never read Invincible, go read
I'm gonna
it.
read that
But I
shit.
will tell you,
Yes.
you are in for a ride. They do not f around. So that said, this is another beautiful episode of Life
Oh wait,
Rants.
hold on.
Telling me so.
I ain't done talking about my people yet, about Superman and Lois shit. Cause I ain't even talked about.
Oh, my
No, you
bad, brother.
good. You
But
good.
we gotta wrap this up. We gotta
Look,
wrap
I
this up.
got you. Look, I got you, but we need to give them their due diligence because the
Okay.
fights that they
Okay.
did in that store in that whole
Yes.
the whole show, it was top tier. Like I like every time like they and they the way they captured the essence of anime to a superhero genre, amazing. I for me at least I think it was too soon for I feel like Lois and Clark moved too fast for me. I did like their relationship, but I feel like they moved a little bit too fast and like especially just the fact of how I think more so I'm just upset of the fact of how mad she got in the short time that they've known each other that she was that he didn't tell her about who she was. And I'm like and I get your little whole people always lie to me blah 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 girl my this is different.
Yeah. See,
Like,
that's where I kind of checked out a
yeah,
little
like
bit. Like, I even told I'm trying to get my aunt to watch it because she's a big fan of
mhm.
DC. But I feel like that is where she'll check out
Yeah, yeah. Like
the lowest
my
stuff.
thing with that is like I understand you have a stigma about people lying to you, but also you have to understand it's more than just you. Like as a superhero, as someone who fights villains, I have to worry about the other people who are around me. And like he and every like thing that he was saying to her, it made sense. And until like and it wasn't until that this man got in danger that you realize, oh wait, maybe he does have a point. Like, yeah, bitch, he does have a point because it's his like it's not just you. Like
You
I
said what
met
I
you all of
said.
five
You
minutes
said
ago.
what I said.
Like, calm down. And you sitting there getting upset. Like, and it goes to because a lot of people give the same thing not to go back in invincible because it is but it's the same thing. Like a lot of people gave Amber shit talking about she's the worst girlfriend ever
Oh
because she didn't tell him
man,
because she got mad.
it gets
And
worse.
my thing about that
It,
was, like, at first, I'm not gonna hold you. Until I rewatched it, I was on the same side. I was like, she kind of tripping, but also it makes sense because it was my. I feel like as a superhero, like you probably already saw my TikTok, but what is a suitable time for you that you think that you if you were a superhero, when would you tell somebody that you're dating or like your friends? Like for me, I said it was 3 months. Like I feel like 3 months is like and
nah,
let me
fam.
explain. Let me explain. 3 months after we made it official, or like I said I love you. Like after that amount, after that time. Like yeah. What is your cutoff time?
I don't know, man. It just like eventually you're gonna
You
have to
have
tell
to.
her.
Like especially if you have kids and
Yeah.
stuff.
So
Like
like I don't know if you put a time on it. I feel like you have to do it before you say I love
yeah,
you.
I don't know. I feel like you should at least
I
know
feel
you
like
love
if you're
them
at
first.
least thinking about it, at least thinking about getting together like
Yeah.
that,
Okay.
then you kind of
I
okay,
feel that.
okay. Here. Real this is real relationship
Hmm.
advice. If you have a big secret like that, right? And you want to be a credible person.
Right.
You want to be a credible person. So I feel like that's something you have to tell people up front. Now, you can't tell just anybody. You got to be pretty damn sure this is the person you want
Right.
to be with. Or this person, quote unquote, knows your secret identity as a superhero.
Right.
So like it's in that weird gray area. Like yes, you have to tell them for
Right.
sure. But then if it but the way okay, so I think about the Superman and Lois of it all, the way she was kind of on the fuck shit, I can see definitely see why he did not want to tell her.
Exactly. Like, you literally
And
said
that's the
you were gonna
and
out him.
that's the
Like, that's literally what you said. Like
but the minute you look, I gotta say
mhm,
it this way. The minute you got that super dick, kind of changed your mind, didn't
mhm,
it? Hmm.
that's really wild.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and she just
Mm-hmm.
contradicted herself. Like, like, how are you upset when you literally were telling me up and down that you were gonna expose him and tell the world who he is? Like, that is that's the big difference between Amber and Mark and, Lois and Clark. That rhymed. Wow, I realized that. But yeah, like the thing Amber had a right to be upset going back because they was together for 5 months, 5 or 6 months before because I had just rewatched I've just rewatched The Invincibles. But they were together for like 5 6 months. And on top of that, they were planning to go to the same school together. So you this is when they're still planning it. So you have months at this point, and at this point you didn't decide that you loved her. So you should have told her at some point, and not because now I have to find out because now we go to college and you abandon me and your friend and all to my knowledge you just gone about somewhere but you out there being a superhero and that's how your best friend lost his boyfriend and whatnot. Like it's things like that that I'm like, okay, now you look like a dick because that's when I would get mad when you after you done told me after you sitting here making me look stupid and I'm just thinking you abandoning me. Oh no, it's just because you being a superhero. And when everybody else knows and you're the only person who doesn't know, that's when the problem is because now you making me look stupid. Now because now I'm boo boo with a fool because you want to play in my face and tell everybody else and now I'm the only one like not going getting the picture. Nah, fuck all that.
You want a hug?
Oh no, I look, y'all already know. Look, I just that.
I feel like that came from your
It do.
soul
I
just
don't
a
know.
little
There's
bit.
certain everybody has like a few things that get like that people feel strong that you feel strongly about.
You
Yeah.
just from your
hmm
soul, from
Look
your
here.
soul.
Look here. It's little topics that I can go on that will send me on a rant. Look here, because remember we had talked about Madeline and Scott earlier. I was about to go on a whole rant, but I stopped myself. I controlled myself because I'm like, look, they don't need to hear it every time. You need to calm down.
I am so proud. I am
Thank
so
you.
proud of you, brother
That
husband.
took
I am
everything
so
in me. Because
proud.
look here, one thing I'm gonna do,
All
I'm
right,
staying on her.
so I will tell you an invincible
Oh, go ahead.
spoiler. Her and Mark are not
I
endgame.
know. I know. I've seen little things on TikTok. TikTok has spoiled a lot of things for me, and I know that him and Eve are in game. It's cute. I just hope that they don't kill Amber. I just don't want them to kill her.
500 years
Yeah,
later.
like hundreds of years later, like they have like I'm like, damn, don't they have a kid and whatnot? Do they have a kid? End up having a kid? Oh, that's cute. Okay, I'm okay with that. Like I
But I'm not going to tell you how you get to that point. I will tell you if you're going to read the book, brace
Yeah,
yourself.
I've heard
Just
that
brace
some things
yourself.
happen and
Because Mark, poor Mark, and I love the character, but poor guy, he is about to,
yeah,
life
I saw that he gets R worded.
rolls over him.
Like,
Yeah,
and I
man.
think that was a
Yeah.
smart story to tell back in the day. I'm not even gonna hold you I was watching.
Now, I don't know how they're going to handle it on
That's what I was
TV.
just about to bring up. Because
Boy.
Fantastic Frankie was on TikTok was talking about that. She was like, I would prefer them not to talk about the Anissa situation on the new one.
No, you
But I
have
feel yeah,
to.
that's exactly.
You have
I
to.
read when I tell you, as soon as I found out about that, I read the whole Wikipedia of them, and I'm like, that's kind of a story that might need to be told, especially
You have to, from Mark's
yes,
perspective, and I think this is where people may check out. You have to tell
yes,
that story. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I feel like you have to tell
You
that story,
have
or
to.
at least or at least show a version of that story, because I feel like the child is a staple of it, isn't
No,
it?
if yeah,
Yeah, like I
yeah.
feel yeah, that's why I feel like it should at
Yeah.
least be like you took my DNA or something, like or like you like or you've
No,
been
you have to
aggressively
do the whole thing. The comic is very graphic on how that happens.
okay. And I feel like people are scared. Like if you do it, I feel like if they're going to do it, they need to do it right, and they need to address the things
Yes.
that need to be talked about because we need to see Mark go through that and like not just whatever. Because like even in the Wikipedia, it
If
was
you don't
graphic.
animate it, just make
Yes.
a scene where you just imply it
Have
just
right,
enough.
very heavily,
But he
exactly.
has to.
Like, don't show it to us because yeah,
So,
we don't want to trigger people, but also make it heavily implied, but so
but
we can feel what's going on. Like, you know what? I feel like you have to.
hmm
There are certain things that like They are tragedies, but they also those tragedies make who that character is. And I feel like there are some things that you have to go through to for us to understand who he is and what he's going through, especially that Anissa was a Viltrumite as well, and like, yeah, I feel like we should do that. Just yeah, I feel like that'd be a great little power shift, and it would be a breath of fresh air. Not seeing, just not, it's not just a woman who gets assaulted. Like it's more than just like women who get assaulted. Like this happens to everybody, and I feel like that's a smart story to tell with this kind of show with this kind of median. Like, oh yeah, I feel like that should be like probably a season 3 or season 4.
probably three, probably towards the middle of
Okay, because I
three
was like, I don't know how old he
for sure.
was when that happened to him. Like, how did it say how old he was, or was he?
He's still young because he still has on the blue costume when it
Oh, he changed his
happens.
costume.
Because the costume, yeah, he changes his
Okay,
costume.
he ain't Omni Man, right?
It becomes a little.
Okay,
No,
that's
no, no,
good.
no, no. It's still a variation of his
Yeah,
costume. It's
yeah.
just
And I
darker.
hear in the comic they try to redeem Omni Man and shit. Like, look here.
No, so they do, but how that happens, it's not bad.
Okay, I'm about to say, look here, Nolan, bitch ass, can miss me with all that. All right, I ain't gonna forgive him. I ain't never gonna forgive him. He a piece of trash. Like, You made this man.
I
Oh, you saying her like he didn't just push this man head through a whole subway and cause millions of deaths, thousands of deaths in Chicago. Like what? Like that man is a monster. All right, and now he decided he want to care about people. Miss me with that shit. Like, I, look here.
well, he doesn't care about the
He,
human race, I'll
yeah,
say that. But he does care about he does
they showed
oh,
him. They
oh
showed season
god.
two.
He does care about Mark and Debbie. And Debbie, holy
Yeah,
shit. Debbie's going Debbie, if you love Debbie, I'm telling
yeah, yeah.
people
She get
now,
back with him in the comic.
you're go
Oh, she
no.
don't.
Well,
Oh, thank God. Oh, I'm about to say,
not really.
Debbie, love yourself, girl. Oh, Jesus.
But Debbie goes through it. She goes through it.
Oh, you haven't seen season two yet. Yeah, I need you to watch season two. Look here. That when I say going through it, all caps. All caps. Like, yeah, like
Okay.
she is going
Um,
through it. Like, and yeah, yeah, I need you to watch that because there's
I'll watch it because I have some free time
good
tomorrow, so
because
I won't check it
I
out
don't
later.
want to spoil anything, and I'm trying to figure out what to say to you.
No, but I don't think no, you can spoil it, but I read the
Yeah, true.
book. I read
But you know,
the
sometimes you
book.
don't. I don't
So,
know how much is how accurate it is from the book to
you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Because I do need to watch the end of one again. Holy shit, the end of
I had
one
to
is
power
violent.
through. Yeah, I had to force myself to watch it. Ooh,
Yeah,
God.
so maybe we'll talk about it. Um Maybe we'll talk about it on the next episode.
Okay,
All right, let's get up out of here.
okay, bet. Anything? Is there anything else I had to say about them? Jimmy, look. Jimmy also was amazing. I love Jimmy. I kind of hated how they made him the magical Negro of the story, though. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Because he was just a tag alonger. They only called him when he was needed, and I kind of hated that his story arc ended like that, of him being the neglected friend, and then them being like, "Oh, I guess we love him after he got kidnapped." I was over that shit. Like that. I love that they finally gave him a staple episode, but that pissed me off. I'm not even gonna hold you. I wanted more for Jimmy, but I'm hoping season two will be better now that he's a billionaire and shit. But beautiful gowns. It was a great season. I can't wait for season two because if it don't get a season two, we writing letters. But yeah,
No, they'll get a
yeah,
season two.
right, yeah, for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
let's do the socials. Where can they find you at on social medias, my boy?
all right, Antonio Life Rants 82 on IG, Life Rants Pod on TikTok, Life Rants Geek Culture on Facebook.
All right. And as always, y'all can catch me at King Krakoa on TikTok and on Twitter, as well as on the Discord. You can also catch me at King of Thrones on TikTok as well. Yeah, it was a joy as always talking to you guys, ranting and reviewing and talking about all that shit in between. And yeah, anything else you want to say to the folks? Oh, other than I'll do it for you this week. Pre-order your books and support your local comic book shops, y'all.
And heal your inner child. All right, kids,
All
we out of
right,
here.
deuces.
Peace.